Hello everyone, welcome to my video tutorial. This is Chris, and then today we're going to talk about how you can create a 3D text in Photoshop just like this. Okay, it's very easy to do. Alright, so just before we begin, I'd like to inform you that before you can create a 3D text in Photoshop, make sure that you are using a 3D capable Photoshop application. Okay, how to know that? You just need to simply look for this icon over here. If you see 3D, then that means that your Photoshop is okay to render 3D inside of it. Okay, otherwise, if you don't see this one, then that means you need to find another Photoshop that is capable of 3D rendering. Okay, so currently I'm using a Photoshop 2020. It can also be done using Photoshop CC or a previous version of Photoshop as long as it has a 3D capability. All right, now let's begin. We're going to create a new file. Click File and click New. Now the resolution that I normally use is 2000. That's the width. And then the height will be around maybe 850, and then create. This is actually the size of the banner or the cover photo in Facebook. The next step is we're going to create a background, which is this one, the violet. So the thing that you need to do here is to simply click this 3 little dots and then look for the gradient tool. If you don't have this, if you are going to use a different color, it's fine. But in my case, I love this color, so I've already, set it up. But if you wanted to know the value, that's 410C5A. And then here, the value over here is B861FB. That's the value of the color that I've used for this specific project. All right, now, the next step is you just need to simply click and drag it to the right. Now, if you want to have a perfect line and you're having trouble doing that, just simply hold on your shift key and then the line will be, that's 100% straight. Release your mouse and then boom, here you are. You have already your background. The next step is the text. Now you can just simply click on or press T on your keyboard to toggle the text type tools here, which is this one. All right, now I'm gonna start typing my text. So I'm gonna use Chris.T. Okay, and then click enter. Game plays. All right, so we can just move it here and right in the middle, just like that. Now, as you can see here, original edit that I've made, the gameplay text is currently on italic, so we can fix that. Just highlight this and then look for this icon here, the character. If you don't see that, you can simply click on window and then choose character and then click this italic. Okay, then that will fix the problem. So as you can see, it's now in italic mode. Now if you're happy with that, you can just simply click check. Now, just to set your expectation that this text is not available on pre-installed on Photoshop, you need to install it manually. You can find it online. The name of the text is Rapier 0. That's the name of the text. Now the next thing that you need to do is now to render a text. Right click this layer over here and choose this one here, the last option that says new 3D extrusion from selected layer. Click on that. That's not the final view yet, that's just only a preview of how it looked like. If you wanted to see how the text will be rendered, you can simply click this rectangular marquee tool and then just select the area that you wanted to preview and then click this icon over here and you will be able to see how the text will look like when you start rendering the text. Okay, the reason why I only render this part because it will gonna render faster than the normal, you know, rendering time. If you are going to render the whole document or the whole resolution, it will take you a lot of time. So it's still an optional for you. If you wanted to preview them without selecting an area, that's fine. You can simply click here, but just to set your expectation that it really gonna take a lot of time to complete the rendering. Boom, here you go. We can just simply, you know, zoom in, and that's how it looked like, but that's not what we want to achieve. All right, now let's go ahead and Control D to deselect that. The next thing is go back here and press this or click this move tool to go back to this preview here, and then here at the 3D layers palette, simply click this first one here. This is actually the texture of the front of the text here. Okay, you can change that by clicking this drop down arrow and look for the texture that you wanted to use. Like for this one, see, it turns into yellow. All right, next is this one over here, the third one. Okay, this is actually the texture of the one that is being extruded, okay, in the text. So let's just click it and let's look for a better, you know, color. Maybe this one. As you can see here, it's now blue, but of course our background is not blue, it's violet, so we can modify that color by simply clicking this base color here. If you click on that, we can just simply pick a color in the background, maybe this one over here, or maybe, you know, lighter than that, then click OK. So let's try to preview just this area over here. So now, as you can see, it's a lot better this time. So let's just zoom in and then Control D to deselect. Next step is go to layers. Okay, now this background over here, just click it and right click this postcard. Okay, after you click on postcard, you can now merge the two layers. Okay, so hold on your Control key and click this text here, and then go to 3D and then merge 3D. That's the selection. All right, perfect. Now after you've done that, go back to 3D here, settings, and then click the Christie gameplay. That's the text here, and then now we can simply adjust. Okay, look at that. We can adjust the how far the text from the background. So maybe like that. Maybe that will do. Okay, let's try to preview just right here, and let's see. So now the shadow that we saw a while ago here is no longer there. Instead, you can see that the shadow is right at the back of the text now. Okay, so let's try to wait for this to finish. Okay, so now let's zoom in. That's actually what we want. Okay, now we are ready to render the 3D. Okay, now to do that, simply click on 3D. Okay, and then choose this one, render 3D layer. If you click that, then Photoshop will now start rendering the 3D. And just to set your expectation that rendering this will really gonna take time depending on the speed of your computer. Okay, sometimes it may take 10 minutes to 15 minutes, or if you have a powerful GPU, and also if you have like huge amount of RAM in your computer, then the rendering time will be lesser than, you know, probably of what I am currently experiencing right now. So let's go ahead and wait for this to finish. Okay, so now we're done. Okay, the Photoshop is now done rendering the 3D. Let me just minimize this. And let me just do that. So as you can see, if we zoom in, you can see there's some little grainy noise going on here. So we're gonna fix that. Okay, go to layers. Okay, this time we're gonna right click. Okay, and then we're gonna rasterize 3D. All right, so that it will gonna be a normal layer. Go to filter and go to blur, and then this time choose smart blur. If you click on that, use this radius 3.0 and then threshold 25. That's okay. Click OK, and you can see here it's now smooth. Okay, that's already fixed the problem. All right, now the next thing that we're gonna need to do is to make some adjustment of the, you know, this front, okay, text over here. It's too light, you know, it has a very solid color yellow. Click this magic wand tool, select this one, and then right click and choose similar. So it will gonna select all the same color at the same time. The next step is go to select, modify, and then contract. Contracts are about 3, so click OK. And now as you can see, it's just contract around 3 pixel. And then you just need to do a shortcut key, which is Control J. All right, and now next, this one over here, lock this layer by clicking this, lock transparent pixel. And now we're going to apply this color over here, which is 6D, 6B, 6B. Click OK. And now we're going to use another shortcut key to fill this light yellow here, Alt, and then backspace. All right. So after that, we're going to add some photo, okay, inside the text. So we're going to open a picture here and go to download. I've downloaded a picture of an anime. Okay, there you go. There she is. Okay, next is we're gonna click this move tool and then click her and then drag and drop it here. And now we can close it. So this is, there she is. So we're gonna make some little adjustment on her color. Let's make some more, add color to her, like her hair, more vivid. So you can just simply hold down your control key and plus U to bring up the hue saturation. Move the saturation to about 30. That's perfectly okay. Click OK. Next is we're gonna put this picture inside this text by doing another shortcut key, which is Control Alt G to do a clipping mask. So you can see here this pointing arrow here that indicate that this picture is currently, you know, inside this text. So it controls the visibility of this image here, this text. So we're gonna like move it here maybe. All right, so maybe something like that, and maybe we can like rotate it a little bit. All right, and move just like that. All right, so that's it. That's how you do it. That's the final output. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you subscribe to my channel for more video in the future. Goodbye for now.